We all had a game to play when we were a child. No matter what game it was, we sure always enjoyed it. Many of us loved games and had one or two favorites. Quite sometimes they become the games that we always remember and still play as we grow older. This documentary explores what childhood games some people played.
It's really hard question. I had different periods. When I was I think it was I was 5, 6 years old. There is a war between Iran and Iraq, and I can remember Iraq sent some bombs from the sky to my city Tehran, and I had no idea about war. It was like a game for us. When they sent bomb from the sky, we went under our home. What do you say? We had all people. There were a sound like beep, and they played in all of the city, and all people went to under their home. Their Iranian home always have a place for storage the things, and people went there and we turned off all the lights, and it was like a great game for me.
What about people from the other side of the planet?
Yeah, it was a pretty good childhood. Since I was the oldest, I kind of took a lead. When it came to games, I would make games up. I always had a crazy imagination, so I'd love just making scenarios up and playing games. For example, one time I was playing school. I was about 3 years old, and I was pretending to be like my preschool teacher. And while my mom was getting ready for work, my brother was my student. So I was like, okay, it's recess. So while my mom was getting ready for work, I walked outside the house with my little brother, and we started going to the park. And I was 3. And my mom, she came out of the room and didn't know where we were. So then she got a call saying, I think your daughter and son are about to cross the main highway. You better get over here. So she came driving up in the car crying. So I would play these games, even though I knew kind of deep down they had consequences, but I knew I could get away with them. One time, I dressed my brothers up in my mom's lingerie, and my dad came home and he was so mad, but my mom thought it was hilarious, and we actually have it on film. Another game I was thinking about, we would go out on the boat, and I would get so bored on the boat, so my mom would pretend that the Little Mermaid was out and say, Kaylin, look for the Little Mermaid, look for the Little Mermaid. And I would spend hours looking for, really thinking the Little Mermaid was there. And then they'd be like, oh my God, you just missed it. Just so that would kind of keep my mind going. So I just make up stuff all the time. I loved acting out in different scenarios.
Well, we used to hit a tennis ball against the wall. What else? Roller skating. Not exactly a game, but anyway. Cards, all that sort of thing.
When I was 9, my father bought me a Sega Saturn for my 9th birthday. And I would play Street Fighter with him all of the school holidays.
The one I remember most is playing in the garden and using leaves for money. So we would play shops, and then the leaves would be like the banknotes.
Well, each of us have our own stories of what we used to play. But we all share one thing, happiness. And for the rest of our lives, childhood always has the best memories.